With breaking news, large parts of Spain and Portugal have been hit by a power outage. Footage from Madrid.
Well, we're going to cross in live to Barcelona, talk to our correspondent Dave Keating, who joins us from there.
Yeah,
Dave,
a lot of talk about cyber attacks possibly, but the government's been quite adamant that we shouldn't jump.
Large areas of Spain and Portugal have been hit by a power outage.
The question, Guy, is what was behind this huge power outage? I know that Spain's increasing reliance on solar and wind
was a very difficult 24 hours. Some people were stuck on elevators, stuck in metros.
We're pointing the finger very firmly at a cyber attack. But the government has insisted.
Power has now been restored to 90% of the country's mainland, but the effects of the blackout are likely to be felt for days.
Obviously, there were people who came out and said this looks as though it's a cyber attack. But certainly the government said there's no evidence pointing to that at all. But from the...
It starts without warning. No explosion, no broadcast, just silence. You notice your lights flicker. Your phone loses signal. You check your router, no internet. You flip the switch, nothing. You open the window, quiet. No traffic, no city buzz. Just a stillness that feels wrong. You assume it's temporary. A storm, maybe. A downed line. Nothing serious. But you're wrong. Because what you're experiencing, what your city is about to endure, isn't a glitch. It's the beginning of something irreversible. It's the opening moment of a 72-hour countdown. And once it begins, civilization as we know it begins to unravel. Welcome to Silent Blackout. Today, we're walking through those 72 hours. The collapse window, minute by minute, stage by stage, how quickly life goes from comfortable to chaos. And the terrifying truth? Most people will have no idea what's happening until it's far too late. Hour zero, the first 6 hours. First, you're annoyed, then confused, then mildly concerned. Your neighbors step outside. They're asking the same questions. Is your power out too? Is it the whole block? Did you try restarting your router? Car alarms go off. Traffic lights are dead. The city grows restless. Phones still work for now, but there's no signal, no data, no connection. You try the radio, nothing. You start to feel it, that cold tension in your chest, that something's not right. By hour 6, the supermarkets are already filling. Not panic yet, but urgency. People are buying batteries, water, canned goods. The aisles look like they did during the first wave of a pandemic. Except now, there's no official announcement, no Twitter updates, no live streams, just silence. And in the silence, fear begins to spread. Hour 12. Now it's dark. Literally. Streetlights never came on. The moon offers little help. Your building is black. The temperature drops. People begin to gather. Some outside, others huddled in hallways, trying to conserve what little power they have from backup batteries. You can't charge your phone. You can't cook. Your fridge is starting to warm. You hear arguments outside, sirens in the distance, but they fade. No news, no explanations, just flickers of movement in the shadows. 24 hours. Day 1. It's no longer an inconvenience. It's a problem. Water pressure drops. Gas pumps are down. Most stores have shut their doors. Some families try to leave the city, but traffic is gridlocked. No functioning lights, no GPS, no communications. Fuel is scarce, and those who still have a quarter tank are holding on tight. Social media? Gone. Banks? Offline. ATMs? Dead. And for the first time, people begin to realize there is no one coming to fix this. This isn't temporary. This is collapse. 48 hours. Tensions are high. Rumors spread like fire. Some say it was a cyber attack. Others whisper about war. A few insist it's a government drill that went wrong. No one knows. Everyone's guessing. Grocery stores are empty. Lines stretch outside pharmacies. Generators roar in the distance, but only in wealthier neighborhoods. Fights break out, some over gasoline, some over food, some for no reason at all. Local police are overwhelmed. They can't communicate. They can't respond. You hear gunshots in the distance. No one reacts. Everyone heard them. Everyone understands what they mean. People who didn't prepare now knock on doors, begging, pleading, demanding, and when that doesn't work, they break windows. The rules are changing, fast. 72 hours, 3 days, that's all it takes. Infrastructure begins to rot. Garbage piles up. Panic spreads into suburban neighborhoods. Groups form, some for protection, others for violence. And here's the most terrifying part. This isn't even the worst-case scenario. This is the baseline, the expected model, the scenario used in military simulations around the world. They've tested it, timed it, measured the descent, and they all agree. Civil order starts to break after just 3 days of full blackout. So what happens on day 4? That depends on who's still standing. You see, in the aftermath of a silent blackout, the strongest advantage isn't weapons. It's awareness, preparedness, discipline. Those who stayed calm, those who thought ahead, those who didn't wait for someone else to save them. The truth is, no one is coming, not in time, not fast enough, not without their own agenda. Because the longer the silence lasts, the easier it is to rewrite the rules. People stop asking why the lights went out and start asking who gets to turn them back on. And when the grid returns, if it does, it won't come back unchanged. There will be new terms, new protocols, new systems, some digital, some biometric, some permanent. The silent blackout isn't just about electricity. It's about dependency. And when dependency is broken, people become desperate. Desperate people accept anything that brings relief, even if it comes at the cost of freedom. So here's the real question. If this happened tomorrow, right now, where would you be? How would you eat? How would you stay warm? Who would you trust? What would you do? Most won't have answers. They'll have panic. But if you've made it this far watching this video, questioning the systems you depend on, you're already ahead. You're already listening, thinking, preparing. This is silent blackout. We don't predict the end of the world. We predict its silence. And we help you hear the signals before they're drowned in darkness. Subscribe, share, stay ready, because in the end, collapse doesn't start with fire. It starts when the lights go out, and nobody tells you why. We'll see you before the next 72 hours begin.